So, this year I brought it with me.
Okay, everyone, welcome to the July meeting of the, welcome everyone to the July meeting of the Public Works Committee, July 20 meeting. Carolyn can a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Mr. Garrity, Mr. Bruno on the second, thank you. As Bruno, all those in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. The agenda is looking pretty thin here, Kevin. You've been on vacation? What's all righty. Why don't we move right in? What do we have in front of us?
So the first item we have on the agenda today is a miscellaneous resolution, which is to authorize the chairwoman to sign just compensation for Amsterdville Road. Typically, we wouldn't have to bring this to committee if it's below $2,000, but you'll take a look at the pages that are attached to this resolution, and there's a couple of them that are above that. One's $2,700 and another one's $4,900. This is for the Amsterdville Road project. A lot of it's small right-of-way strip takings to complete the reconstruction of Amsterdville Road, which will be, we're hoping, with the way things are going next summer.
Okay. Chair, I'll get a motion to bring this to the floor for consideration. Ms. Hogan, thank you. Mr. Bruno, thank you on the second. Any further discussion? We're ready for the question then. All those in favor of approving item number one, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you. The next item, item number two.
Two is to increase capital project H385, which is the Benny Brook Culvert under Call Street in Luzerne. This project's bid, as I discussed in the last couple of meetings, did come in well over what the initial engineer's estimate was, and that's what we're seeing on a lot of projects. So this would transfer money from D9950 transfers to capital projects to increase the funding to cover the construction cost.
All right, let's bring this to the floor for a discussion. Supervisor Hogan on the motion. Supervisor, was that Garrity on the second? What's the total project cost here, Kevin?
The total construction cost for this project, which will be on the next resolution to award it to the contractor, is $1,152,145.
I mean, I think it's fair to say that we're seeing these types of increases across the board from steel all the way, or more, all the way to food. And we're seeing these kind of increases. And I don't know for how long, but we don't like it, but. Yep, Kevin?
Kevin, where exactly on Call Street is this one?
This is the one we refer to the Big Dip. This is just below Daniels Road. This is
I
the,
know where that is.
yeah, this is the pipe that back in, I guess I want to say Fred Austin's days, they never replaced the pipe, but they had an issue in that area and they just built up the roadway.
They built up the road, yeah.
Yeah, now we have a pipe that's 25 feet down. It's only a 5-foot pipe. I think we're replacing it with a 6-footer after we got the approvals from DEC. But they're actually going to do a push. They're not going to excavate down 25 feet. We're actually going down. We have some temporary easements to get down there and push a new pipe underneath the roadway, which would be pushed around the existing pipe.
All right, then, there being, Mr. Bruno?
So again, the source of funding for the increase
Is our transfers to capital projects. We have money in one of ours, which is, kind of a pot that collects some of the leftover money that we've had from savings and other road projects and such. So we do have the funding in our county road fund to be able to cover the cost of that.
Okay, thank you. That answers my question.
Good question.
Thank you, Chairman Conover. The for a positive note, bought some 2-bys yesterday for a job, and they're coming down. They're not down at full dollar yet, but they're coming down. So that's a good sign that maybe things are peaked and maybe they'll turn. So I just wanted to add to that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, we're all looking forward to achieving some level of normalcy. All right, then, are we ready for the question? All those in favor of item number 2, the increase capital project H385, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Item 3, Kevin.
The next item on there is to enter into a new contract with Carver Construction, and they will be doing the construction of this culvert project.
Chair will entertain a motion to bring this forward. Mr. Bruno, Supervisor Garrity on the second. Are we ready for the question? All those in favor of the new contract signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Item number 4.
Item number 4 is to amend the county budget. I think I talked in the last couple of meetings that New York State DOT came through with some extra CHIPS money this year. Normally, we would receive about 1.64 million, give or take. This year, we actually received 1.9 million. And then with the carryover of the 5% that they withheld from us last year. So basically the totals that I have here, we've split up into different road projects. One of them being the Main Street project so that we can do a little bit more extension on Main Street on Peaceful Valley Road. The other one is Harrisburg Road that we discussed at our last committee meeting. And the third one is Bolton Landing that I also discussed at our last meeting. So this would transfer that money or the extra money that we had from the amended budget into those road projects to be able to do that work. And we hope that at least Harrisburg and Riverbank will be done this, Bolton Landing, County Route 11 will be done this year.
All right. The Chair will entertain a motion to bring this forward. Yep. Mr. Garrity, bring it forward. Second, Mr. Bruno, with discussion, Mr. Garrity.
As in the past. I don't want to be a broken record, but Main Street could be anywhere. If we just put the town or the city or the village that it's in.
You're absolutely right. My mistake.
There's one Harrisburg Road, but I mean, Main Street could be anywhere, Main Street USA. So I just remind you again, that I'd like to know what we're doing.
I will do that. And Main Street is in Johnsburg. That's the one right in the center of North Creek.
I get it when you said Peaceful Valley.
Okay.
I connected.
Yeah, my only comment on County Route 11, as all of you know, runs from the Northway all the way to 9N, and it's a major artery. Hopefully that work can be done without too much disruption to the summer program.
I'd like to say that, but it will be done sometime in August, but we will make sure that the contractor works around the traffic up there and then make sure that it's always open to traffic. It'll never be closed. It's a paving project. But they can't do the process that we're doing up there, which is a micro pave during the months of September. In fact, they typically cut it off because that process can't be used then. So.
Okay. Are we all ready for Mr. Bruno?
I'm just curious. So, Mr. Hajo, so these all basically paving or repaving projects, or is there any construction?
Main Street is going to be a reconstruction project. It's been a reconstruction project for 4 years now. 5 years? 4. We've had some kind of delays because the town is doing some, and it's not on them. It's just that they are proposing some water line work and sewer work in that area. So we'd hate to put in a road and then have them come back through and do water line work to rip up the road. The Harrisburg Road, we don't know exactly what the treatment will be out there. It'll be some type of kind of overlay and reconstruction, both. We actually just did cores out there. There's not a lot of, or a significant amount of pavement in that area. And then of course the County Route 11 project is I guess I want to say, for lack of a better way of saying it, is an overlay. It's a micro pave, which is no more than 3/4 to an inch type of pavement over the top of the existing.
Thank you.
All right, then, are we ready for the question? All those in favor of amending the budget to reflect the additional CHIP revenue signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Item 5, Cap.
The next 4 items on there are notice of intent to fill vacant positions, and I'll kind of go through each one of them. My first one is an auto parts shop specialist. I actually lost this person to Washington County. They're paying a little bit more money over there than what we're paying here, and it was for lack of a better way, for him, it was a good move. He gets a chance to make a little bit extra salary. The next one is for my MEOs, and the first one was, I actually lost to the town of Bolton. The second one is a promotion. And then the last one was a individual who's moved into the medium position. So that was a kind of a promotion, and it opens up another spot. So with that being said, and discussing these, I've actually had the opportunity and have had some staff kind of do a kind of a salary survey throughout Washington County and Warren County. We've reached out to a lot of the towns within Warren County as well as Washington County to determine, where we fall within the salary category. I can say right now that we are fairly low compared to most others. I won't necessarily get into who else is low, but we are within Washington County. Warren County is out of all the towns within Washington County, Warren County pays the least. And that's the problem of me trying to keep people or keep staff on. I keep losing them. If a position opens up in one of those towns and they can go there, or even in our county, they will go there to work and they will forego being here. They can stay in the same tier system, but they're making more money. So that's an issue that I'm having. I apologize. There's one more on there, which is the highway construction supervisor who has retired. He's been 27 years with the county and has some family issues, medical issues with his mother and father, and decided it was time for him to retire.
All right, let's have a motion if it's the will of the committee to bring items 5 through 9 forward for discussion. Ms. Hogan, Mr. Garrity on the second. Thank you. Yeah, I know I'm stating the obvious, but I assume this is this salary issue is something you'll be taking up with the budget officer this fall, or actually very shortly now.
I will be.
Okay, thank you.
I have a quick question.
Ms. Hogan?
Do you also have the labor position or no?
We have one labor position within the county. And again, our labor is paid less than most laborers in the other towns.
All right, Brad?
So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, no offense, but Bolton pays more for a highway operator than we do.
He actually got an opportunity to go on to do something else in the town of Bolton, which is a good move. I'm not gonna deter anybody from advancing themselves. And I
No,
think
that we can't, no, but it's something that I really think we need to look into, because we've had that thing with our cleaners, and really all around. It's hard to train people and get them all comfortable, and then to lose them over money. But then, we're trying to do the best we can to our constituents. But so I agree. Thank you.
All right, then, are we ready for the question? All those in favor of approving items 5 through 9 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Discussion item, Kevin?
the only thing I have on discussion items is what we talked about last committee, and that was to discuss whether or not we're bonding money or how we're going to move forward. And I think it'll come up into the budget discussions. But as I had said last year, we were going to we were looking at a 2-year project. This year was a lot of overlay, mill and fill type of projects, which are referred to as preservation projects. And then next year was going to be the bigger year, which is going to be reconstruction projects. And Chairman Conover, you had asked me last committee to come back with kind of a total of what was going on for next year. So as of right now, it looks as though that for the reconstruction projects we have for next year, it'll be about $6.57 million worth of work going into next year. And I know we talked about it at the board meeting a little bit regarding whether or not we were going to bond the money or go out and do a band. But I know that Mike's here. I'm not sure that if he wants to add anything onto this, but again, that will be the number that we're looking at for road construction next year is $6.57 million.
I mean, just generally speaking, this may be the opportune time to do a lot of this reconstruction. We've been putting it off, and then our maintenance goes up. because the roads continue to deteriorate. And so, you get on some of these roads past the point of, the cost effectiveness crosses. And some of these were already there or will soon be there. So I would assume that you'll be talking to the county administrator, the budget officer regarding this.
Absolutely.
And the treasurer about what our financial approach should be going forward. Okay. And just one other item. Last meeting, I indicated that I would bring forward and there was no response from the committee members, and normally we would have sent it out, except that this chairperson stated that he would bring it at the next committee meeting, which I had forgotten I had even said that. It's what happens at my age, except to forget these things. But that we would send to the Surface Transportation Board and others of the resolution that we had previously passed as a board relative to the railroad abandonment process that's going on presently, and our sentiment of the board regarding that. We didn't receive comment from everyone. If everyone's still inclined, the chairwoman's prepared to send, I believe is prepared to send that letter out. Is everyone good with that?
Barring any new information.
Okay. I mean, I think the public comment period, Brian, is over within that process, but I don't think it'll hurt some.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Any privilege of the floor? Any other items for public works today? Anyone on YouTube have any questions?
Hi, Chairman Conover, nothing on YouTube.
Okay.
Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Garrity, second by Mr. Bruno. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned, everyone. Thank you.